Alright, welcome back to the campaign. Now you can see in the second episode, I'm still on that victory screen. And the reason being is because I never left. I'm just cutting and continuing here, just because I don't know how much time I've got remaining at the moment. And I just wanted to have a smaller episodes and not make them drag on too long. But we're going to continue on this Let's Play series. We're up to the fourth mission, I believe. Anyway, the next mission, so we're going to hit the continue button. We've just finished doing our upgrades and we're going to continue. Now, my name is Pooks and you are watching Orcs Must Die 3.
So, do you think the sorceress will be back soon?
We're doing pretty well on our own.
Hey, Kelsey, how do you know so much about rifts and the Order?
I study all the time, Egan. I like to know all the answers.
Then tell me why glue doesn't stick to the inside of the tube.
Okay, so we have two ways to get to the rift. This way and the way over there. So we're going to want to defend both of them, I think, separately. And then just come back to the rift as we need to, where things have gone horribly wrong. And they managed to make it this far. So yeah, if we're up to the hard mode, then I'd be using different traps and barricades to maybe, make a path happen here. But we're not, so we shall see. In the meantime, I'm wondering if I just want to start smashing them straight off the bat and just have a few traps here. Then I'm not sure about this gravity. Yeah, let's choose my options. But see, rather than the healing trinket, I'm thinking I want to use my little trap reset trinket. As much as I do like some healing. So then we're gonna go shooty shoot. It's the technical term is shooty shoot. And here, and then I think I want to slow them down if I can. So they seem to want to go through the middle there. So hopefully that will be true. All right, let's go.
Get it going.
3, 2, 1.
Enemies are preparing to breach one of our gates.
Let's charge up the multi-shot.
They have pretty long-range attacks.
Oh, we got that's why they gave me the healing trinket, is because they thought that I'm gonna get shot. Excellent. On the plus side, they're gonna stand nice and still and shoot at me. Outstanding. Now, I do want to put down more traps, but I'm just concerned.
We did it.
There we are. Alright, so the other side, of course, is going to start happening. So we'll start doing this. We're going to mimic, I think, what we've done elsewhere. And just do a couple of slow here. Do it. Arrow trap. Do the arrow trap in the inset. And then what else did I do? I did 2 of those here. So instead I'm just going to put this on the corner, I think. And I'm just going to go with cheaper traps because I'd like to spread out the love, so to speak.
Not enough coins.
Alright, let's go.
More enemies on the way.
Oh no,
Enemies
more
are
enemies.
on another front.
And they broke my door. You'll pay. Ow.
Here they come.
Medium orc. very much. And just shoot this out. How's my health? Pretty good. Okay, let's do some more trappy traps. Alright, so they're going to come both directions now, I believe. So, let's start putting in some more death. More death for the orcs. Let's do this. Yep. Three and another 2 there. Got 2 there. Sell that. Do the same. Ah, wait. There we are. All right.
Good to go.
More enemies on the way.
Kobolds. Damn you, kobolds. Excellent. Alright, now they're going to come out the other way. Going to shoot in the middle here. Just keeping an eye on the radar every so often to make sure that we're not going to have
Set them up and knock them down.
Excellent. Ow. That was mean. Now they're coming back up this way. There's a kobold. So of course they triggered all the traps on me. There we go. Next wave coming soon, so I don't have much time for product placement.
That's the stuff.
And we're gonna go here. Just do a second slow line. Whoops. And then start our slow line there, but go. Second slow line started here as well. Kind of feel like I did a fairly good job just then on shooting those kobolds. Oh no, I'm going to lose points for that.
I feel much better. I'm getting the hang of this.
Alright, so we're going to sell that one, put this one down. Now if these guys get past, put some down, some love. We're going to do the same over here, do that, and then that. And then if they get past, we've got some love waiting for them. And let's go. I say love, it's not really love. Don't confuse this with love, people. It's more like early retirement. Okay. Excellent, we're ahead of time. Ahead of schedule here, people. Damn, kobolds. Stop ruining my traps. Excellent. Let's put down some more friendliness. Or unfriendliness. Fantastic. Alright, so just in case, let's drop you back here. Move back around here. All right. Let's do another 1, 2, 3, and 4. Let's try and slow him down there. Maybe put keeping an eye on the time. Because this is a game you can play in your lunch break. Which means that I'm just checking that I haven't run out of lunchtime here for people. Don't shoot me, please. That's mean, and I don't like it. Oh, just shoot through. Oh, and if you can hear that, that's the timer going up. So we're gonna break in a second, people. Just need just enough time for me to get the next part. Unfortunately, I did work a little bit late yesterday, so I don't feel too bad just doing this last part, but there we go. That was the end. Fantastic. I didn't realize that was the final wave. Alright, so we're going to cut here. We're going to skip the part where we're doing the upgrades, and I will see you after I've cut this. So we're back from our cut, and we're going to continue on the campaign. So we'll hit the play button, go to our Old Friends campaign, and we can see that we're up to number 5 here. Yeah. So we need to do the split stairs level is where we're going to be going from. So I have done the upgrades in off camera here, and we've got barricades is new, and we've actually straight away we've upgraded those barricades as well.
The archives. It is as I feared. We are not facing something new, but something very old.
Oh, hi, welcome back. We've just been killing orcs and stuff. No big deal.
Okay, so what's the deal with these strange rifts?
First, stop this next assault. Then I will tell you the tale.
Alright, so we've got these little portals which are going to take us back and forth. Got interesting. Then we've also got these doors that are going to blast open. Now, we only really want them coming up one set of stairs, I believe. So that's where we're going to use our barricades and go 1, 2, and 3. Right, so I'm not sure if this ghost icon just pausing here is mean that they're going to continue to attack, or let's try this. Put it back in. Yeah, okay, so we've still got that happening. Then our ghost coming up, up, and around. So that looks all pretty good. Go back down these stairs, see if there's anything I'm missing. I don't think so. So that's a good start. Now the other thing we could do is force them in here somehow, but I don't think that's really a necessary step. What have we got? Yeah, we've got up in the ceiling here. Oh, well, that looks like a drop the bomb. Yeah, okay. So we've got some options to do inbuilt traps, basically. And that's kind of cool. Alright, so we just need to work this out. We're gonna maybe start off our levels with, that's 700, so it's a fair bit. We're gonna drop 1, 2. So that's just before they get up. And then let's start putting in the spike traps. Yeah, so we'll go another one here. I may redesign this later on, and they seem to think that they'll go here. Okay, so that should be enough to get us started. So we're going to unleash the horde. And we'll see how those barricades go. Hopefully they don't get broken by anything.
Enemies are preparing to breach one of our gates.
In the previous game, what would happen is that you would have kobold runners.
That ogre seems bigger out here in the wild.
And remember, if he hits you, he will stun you.
It's dead.
Yeah, one ogre down. 2 ogres down. And we're just going to do that. Excellent. Keep shooting these ogres.
Can't believe that worked. Well, all right.
Outstanding. Alright. So that was our first one. Now it seems like we're going to need some different traps here. Alright, we're going to do a bit of a barricade here. And another one here. Then we're going to make this an arrow trap. So it's going to shoot at them coming up. And then yeah, maybe just slow them down here.
I'm feeling this one.
And in the meantime, we'll go like this.
Yeah, looking good.
Just start really beefing this area up. Alright, unleash the horde again.
More enemies on the way.
That'll make a mess. Did you win?
There we are. So that's Orcs down. I really like those traps there. Just the ability to suspend them in the air just while I get some time to do some stuff. And we can keep shooting this ogre here. Now, of course, we should have guys coming up the stairs now. Ow! Ow. Alright, so we've had a few health muck-ups. Just grab those.
We're on fire.
Alright. So that's a good start. And what we want to do now is we take it up a level and we'll sell this trap, and we'll just make some barricades like this. So this should force them around and make things as long as possible. So we'll do a little bit of a slowdown. We want an arrow trap there. Gonna do arrow trap here as well, another slowdown. And then we can bulk this area up too. Probably won't actually want to replicate this down here. In fact, we might just do that now. So we've got the same sort of style. That also means that I can sell this trap and go arrow here, sell this, place the tar there instead, sell that one. And yeah, if they get past, they can go into that there. Alright, unleash the horde.
More enemies on the way.
So we'll just kind of sit up here. Ooh, you guys, you're mean. Just bring in all my traps. Alright, so we've got this ogre coming up. Let's take him down.
Shouldn't have messed with me.
Reset our traps is what that trinket does. So I hadn't really been making use of that at all. Hey, you stop that. Alright, we're getting more of those things, whatever they are. I really do need to find out what they actually are. We'll put you here, you here, you here. Alright. So that's that part of it just done. We'll go spike, spike, arrow, slow down, and yeah, I don't really have the option to do anything more. We'll put you there. So we've got another oh! Yeah, that's not good.
Oh yeah, that's how it goes. Pull it off. Whoops. I'm
Oh.
dead.
And so this should respawn me. And we're gonna go like this. Excellent. Shoot you. I've got kobolds. I can't do my reset yet. And we'll just keep on shooting down the range. We'll put another arrow one there. And then just take out this ogre. And then we've got this. Yeah,
Anyone else?
outstanding. Okay, so we really do want to keep our yoinking going as much as possible. Alright, so they're all coming up through here. Then we're going to do the exact same thing and grab our barricade. And here and here.
This one.
And we'll do our arrow trap. Get that. And then we're out of cash again. Doesn't look like they're going to be attacking anything, so we'll unleash the horde again. And we'll start down from the bottom.
More enemies on the way. Has anyone seen more?
You want more?
So really want to just try and take out those kobolds. And we'll drop an explosive track. Why not? The reason being is that those kobolds run through. They don't do anything to you, but they are a real pain in that they ruin your traps. So if we then go another explosive, look at that. That's good fun.
Do
Alright, so those explosives seem to reset. Unlike in the first game, they didn't in the first game, I don't believe, or the first two, I should say. So that's kind of a good thing to know, and just to be aware of is that things won't stay the same between the two games, and we should keep aware of that they will have made some improvements, and that was something that I always felt like they could have always made an improvement on, was that those traps were really not worthwhile when they were one-offs. So we're gonna go that, go that. Let's make you trappy. I say trappy. Everything's trappy here. But we'll go that, and then arrow. Another arrow here, another arrow here. Why not? Arrows everywhere. Alright, so let's just take care of some of these orcs, and... no, okay. Just keep shooting things. Maybe just multi-arrow it down, the range. And just start shooting this ogre. Yep, excellent. And I'm a little bit hurt, and I don't want to die again. Ow. Excellent. Don't know what this does, but let's pick it up. Cool. And we're winning. We're dancing. With not very much life to go. So the levels are getting a little bit harder. I've missed out on my 5 stars there. It's a bit sad. But I do have 15 skulls and 9 bonus ones. And our next one is a giant flip trap. Mega Boom Barrel Launcher. What, it's both? Or I'm getting 2? I don't understand here. Let's have a look. Okay, so flips large amount of enemies depending on their size. War scenarios only. Okay. I'm not sure what that means. And then we've got Mega Boom Barrel Launcher. War scenarios only as well. So I kind of feel like there's different maybe level types that they're doing in this one. Now let's get our primary attack rate up to the maximum now for our primary weapon here. We've already increased this, and we can't do anything further with it. So we do fire damage, or pierce enemies damaging an additional target. What's our upgrades here on the spike? Deals arcane damage or deals lightning damage? Okay, so we've got damage types. That will become a thing. Tie trap. Remain slowed for a brief period of time. That would make it far more effective. Or increase fire damage so you can they get smeared with tar and then burnt. Gravity. Gravity deals physical damage or increased duration. Or reduce cooldown. So many options, so little time. So what we might do here, I feel like damage types are going to start becoming useful. So let's do lightning damage. Lightning damage sounds fun. And we'll go back, and then we can continue on. We'll do one more level, I think, and then we'll cut this episode. So we're going to hit continue. Cutscene. Oh yeah.
The story of Master Cygnus is known to all.
Oh, Master Cygnus taught my hero Maximilian.
Yes, he tried to teach your hero. He was my teacher as well.
Didn't you turn evil for?
Don't test me!
Sorry, sorceress.
What is not known is the story of his best friend, the elf Vorwick. Human and elf fought side by side, the most talented war mages of the Order. Before infighting forced the Horde into small factions, they used massive traps and defeated the largest orc armies. Cygnus and Vorwick were the best young war mages of their generation.
I'm guessing this
But
didn't
when
end
their
well.
final test came, only one of them would pass.
Okay, the elf dude is definitely the bad guy here, or something's up. Oh, do I get to play one of the elf dudes? Okay, so Cygnus solo. So this is who I'm gonna be, I'm guessing. And and then Vorwick, starting weapon. Yeah, so I'm guessing Vorwick if I had another player in here. Okay. Alright, and that's where we're gonna get our Mega Boom barrel launcher. Alright, continue. War scenario. Okay, so this is what they were talking about, right? 150 years ago.
Here we are once again, friend Vorwick, fighting the largest orc armies ever assembled.
I welcome it, friend Cygnus. I am curious about what drives the orcs. You must admit, they are far more willing to die for their cause than our own Order mages.
They're definitely stubborn, or perhaps just stupid.
Alright, so they're gonna go in
Perhaps.
through here and try and break down the door.
Their numbers are no match for my strength and your knowledge of rift magic.
Right, so... Oh. See, this is where I'm talking about the giant flip trap, I'm guessing. Alright, so if I go to here, yeah, this is where I get some cool stuff happening. Alright. So we're gonna go... wait, shift 1 and shift 2. So I get to keep these even though I've got other stuff going on. Alright. So they're gonna come from that direction, run across these things here. How much? I've got 20,000. Alright, so there's gonna be a lot of them. There's gotta be a lot of them, right? Now, if I've got a giant flip trap, I kind of feel like these squares might be a bit of a clue, perhaps. But if I go Shift F2, and then rotate. Do that.
This will surprise them. I love this device.
Okay, so... Alright, we'll sell. And then just kind of sit it here, and that's what I'm going to be shooting myself. Okay, then let's go through here. So they're going to try and break through. And then Shift F1. No, Shift F1. Oh, yeah, I can use it out here. But I can't use it in here. So I'm hoping that will throw them over there. That's the ideal. In fact, we might just have a few of these, right? So 1,
This could stop an army.
2, 3. So, yep, that gives them flippy things. Then so many things I don't know here that may end up being really important to how I lay things out. We've got options to put things in the middle here. But seeing as they're going to be coming here, I do know that. So let's put some traps down to get them once they do reach that area. Let's just put it down a barricade just to make sure that they're going to be going over this flip trap.
Perhaps one of these. This should work.
And then you put that there. Yep. Alright. And then, yeah, let's make sure that they get a good healthy amount of spike traps. And we can just start filling these up.
Very good.
Okay, so with any luck, I've done this right. Let's find out and unleash the horde.
Yes, I'm ready.
Hop in. Oh, this is going to be fun. Oh yeah. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Yeah, so it's more like the invasion sort of scenarios maybe. Well, I say maybe, it is more like an invasion sort of scenario. Where we have, yep, I can see on the radar that those orcs that I sent over that other direction, they're flipping off. They're getting flipped off. And so really with this, I've just got to thin out the herd, I would say. They're getting closer and closer in. There is a big guy there. Coming up. So I might need to go pay personal attention to these. So we could be just getting out, using our cooldown, firing off another one, and then running up here so that we can...
Heavy orcs. This should be fun.
Do not take them for granted. They are a bit meaner than their smaller counterparts.
We are. All right.
Enemies are preparing to breach one of our gates.
Alright, so we're going to use these to guide them up along this way, and then let's do this. Alright, so that's fun. And then we've got him.
For the order.
Okay. So things we learnt here is that we need to maybe guide things a little bit better down this way. Start building up a barricade course.
Here's where they will fall.
Maybe, maybe not. Can I do side traps? No. So perhaps say 1, 2, 3.
No better spot than here.
Yeah, not really. Alright. So we'll start doing this instead. Just do a bit of a
This should work.
spiky situation. We will do 1, 2. Yeah, and then we'll go back to our catapult. Alright, so we can probably do a better job here as well. And then we'll just start doing that instead. And then we're gonna go spike, 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 spike. And just maximize our ability to do anything cool or funky. No. No cool or funky things here. Just straight up killing. Alright, let's go the horde. Hop in and start firing. So yeah, we really do want to just try and thin out the horde as much as possible with these boom barrels. Maybe target the ogres as they come in. And just oh, it's a multi-trap. If I can get good enough and actually hit the ogres. So I'll take a brief respite shortly. But in the meantime, we're just going to try and target this entrance. And just keep those going. Now that ogre looks like he's close, but he died. That's excellent news. Just keeping an eye on the mini-map up the top left that's telling me this information. Now we might just quickly reset all our traps, which would have caused a fair bit of havoc for them, hopefully. And we've got 2 ogres coming up now, so we can't really guarantee that those ogres aren't going to get through. So that's where we're going to start doing this instead. Just drop down as many damaging traps as possible, and we can start zapping him. There we are. Get those kobolds. Alright, so this is a charge up. Ah, it's a chain lightning. That's kind of cool. Yep. Excellent. Alright, so these arrow things, which look like they'll target there, which is nice. I'm wondering if I can do a better job at just putting, flipping enemies into the void. So we'll do this, we'll do this, this, this. Then once we've run out, we'll just go a line of spikes. Yeah, that's good with me. I think that's good with me. So from here, let's start seeing if we can maybe channel them. It takes a little bit longer for them to reach where they want to go. Release, channel them by a spike. Yep. Alright, so we'll make our way back to the catapult. Still haven't even used these.
This should be fun.
More enemies on the way.
Wonder if there's a right click attack for this. Nope. Right. Well, we'll just start throwing these down range. Start getting a bit of a kill streak up. Now, of course, these ogres all coming at once might cause us problems. So hopefully those flip traps will take care of the bulk of our issue here. And then we've got kobolds coming in as well. So we just keep throwing them out. And yeah, okay. So I think, yeah, those kobolds are being real pains and just triggering all my traps when I want to do this. I think I just missed with a chain lightning. Excellent. Ooh. Alright, so we'll pick this up. Alright, let's jump in here. Just try and stem the tide a little bit. Give us some relief. We've got those ogres coming up. The traps I have at the gate should take care of those guys that are just currently coming up the range there. Now we're going to drop out again, and then we've got, yeah, hi there. I guess you're going to rely on our pouring. Headshots work on everything now as well, so that's kind of interesting. And yeah, so sell this. Let's make this a little bit easier to corral them. Then we're going to go here, 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 and here. I think what this will mean is that I might be able to just kind of flip them off. That sounds terrible, really. But flip. And flip as well.
This will surprise them.
See how that goes. Hopefully it doesn't drop them onto my balcony with me. That would be annoying. So let's go.
More into the breach.
More enemies on the way.
I don't think it will, but there's always a chance. Alright, so let's hop in. Start throwing the shells down range. I think this is where it would be really helpful if I did have someone in co-op, in that they would be able to keep up the bombardment while someone else takes care of the incoming ogres and that sort of thing. Just making it all a little bit friendlier. So this, yeah, so that's going to throw them up here. so let's just throw down some traps here.
Then here.
So that may have been a strategic error. Fortunately, it doesn't look like they're gonna. Yeah, so some of them don't make it. And we do have an ogre coming down. Oh, we got 2 of them.
Down it goes.
Giblets. Alright, so we've got a few more this coming through. Oh! You. So we're going to just reset our traps. And drop these down. Now we do have a lot of ogres coming down. So we're going to come up here, collect this. And then we charge up our chain lightning and just go for the kill. And shoot these. Alright, so that doesn't have that much of an AoE. I was kind of hoping it would. That's fine.
Well, that's a challenge. A vile creature, dead. An easy
There we
victory.
go. Alright, so we're going to move those traps. So the issue is not that I shouldn't put them down there, I think, but rather that they're a little bit too close. So if instead we have Shift F1, we have them, say, around here,
This could stop an army.
and around here, that might work a little bit better. Now in the meantime, I think we want to do, yeah, I think that's okay, is drop down a little bit of,
One these. Perfection. An excellent location.
drop down some of these so that we're starting off a little bit of a maze.
Work.
So while this is all happening, we can start making it a little bit
One of these here.
longer to get through this part of the course, which means I can shell them for longer without having to come down and deal with them at this section. Now the other part of it, I believe, would be that we want to go like this, so that when I do have to
Here's where they will fall.
do that, then it's ready. Oh, that was money. That's what it is. Alright. It'd be the money, honey. Okay. Send in the horde.
Let's play.
And let's hop in.
More enemies on the way!
Final wave. I'm expecting something maybe special this wave. Yep, here we go.
Our old friend Crag has shown up to fight.
Hi, Crag.
We should
Whoever you are.
remove him quickly. He will disable the traps.
Disable crack traps. Alright, so we're going to be targeting him. Just going to keep shooting here. Looks like where he's about to appear. Alright. So I think the way here is it.
Won't be the last.
Hi, Craggy guy.
Enemies are attacking. And down.
There we are. We got the Craggy guy.
Who's next? Not sorry to see that one gone. A worthy foe.
So we're holding him off. It's not the way that I wanted to hold him off, but you know, whatever works. Wait, you.
My mana is draining.
I think it's now thinning the herd again. Oh, it's a free skull.
Another threat vanquished. Not sorry to see that one gone.
Alright. Burn this guy.
I'm low on mana. Who's next?
It's just a matter of taking out these ogres, and we'll be done.
We win again.
Ha. Well, that was a little bit more intense than I bargained for, and it's gone for a little bit longer than I expected. But we did get a perfect run, so that's fun. And that was a fun level. I'm glad to see that they've put in those more woven styles in there, and that we've got different things happening. So this is where I am going to cut the episode. Thank you very much for watching. If you did like it, please leave a like, and please consider subscribing if you'd like to see more in the future. That would be greatly appreciated. Otherwise, my name is Pooks. I hope you had a great time.